We all know someone like this. That person who aced every test, who could solve ridiculously complex problems in their head, the one everyone just called a genius. We looked at them and thought, they've got it made. Success is going to be a cakewalk. But then, it wasn't. Have you ever wondered why, for some of these brilliant people, real-world success feels like it's just out of arm's reach? They have the intellectual horsepower that should put them miles ahead of everyone else. Yet, they often get stuck, watching as others, who don't seem nearly as gifted, just soar past them. What if the very thing that makes them so smart is also the source of their biggest roadblocks? And what if the real secret to a successful life isn't just about raw intelligence, but a different kind of superpower that anyone can build? Stick around, because we're about to unpack the strange paradox of the intelligent underachiever. It might sound strange, but having a high IQ can introduce a unique set of challenges. The game of life has a different set of rules, and the toughest obstacles are often the invisible battles fought inside their own minds. These aren't just personality quirks. They're significant hurdles that can trip up even the brightest people. First, there's the crushing weight of analysis paralysis. For a highly intelligent person, a simple decision can become a massive undertaking. Their brain is wired to see every possible angle, every potential outcome, and every single pro and con. While that's great in theory, in practice, it leads to a state of chronic overthinking. They can get so bogged down exploring every potential path and pitfall that they become frozen, unable to act at all. The hunt for the absolute perfect choice often means no choice gets made. Second is the struggle with perfectionism and the fear of failure. When you've been labeled the smart one your whole life, it creates this huge unspoken pressure to live up to that title. It stops being about just succeeding and starts being about protecting an identity. The fear isn't just about failing at a task, it's the deeper fear of being seen as not as smart as everyone believes you are. This can make them avoid taking risks or jumping on opportunities where success isn't a sure thing. Their own intelligence becomes a cage, holding them back from the exact leaps that lead to growth and big achievements. Third, and this one can be particularly painful, is the experience of social and emotional disconnection. Many highly intelligent people find small talk excruciatingly boring. Their minds are hungry for deep, abstract conversations, which can make casual social events feel like a complete waste of time. This isn't arrogance. It's just a fundamental mismatch in how they connect with others. While it's a misconception that high IQ automatically means low social skills, these different communication needs can lead to them being seen as reserved or awkward. This can make it tough to build genuine friendships and a strong support network, leaving them feeling isolated, a heavy burden that no amount of intellectual success can fix. Finally, there's the constant, nagging feeling of being chronically bored and understimulated. The mind of a highly intelligent person is like a high-performance engine that needs to be pushed. When they're stuck with routine work or problems that don't present a real challenge, they can get incredibly bored and disengaged. This is often mistaken for laziness, but it's really their mind begging for a workout. This unending need for new, stimulating challenges can make it hard to find satisfaction in the steady, sometimes repetitive, work that's required for success in almost any field. These struggles don't happen in a vacuum. They build on each other, creating a cycle of frustration and a deep sense of untapped potential. The analysis paralysis causes them to miss out on opportunities. The fear of failure stops them from even trying. And the social disconnection means there's no one around to offer support or a fresh perspective when they're trapped in their own heads. This builds a really painful story they tell themselves. They know they're smart, they know they should be doing more, but they feel like they're just spinning their wheels. This can tie their entire sense of self-worth to their intellect. Any situation that challenges that, like getting critical feedback, failing at a project, or working with someone even smarter, doesn't just feel like a setback. It feels like a direct attack on who they are. This is a perfect breeding ground for imposter syndrome, that persistent feeling of being a fraud, even when there's plenty of evidence of their talent. The loneliness often becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Feeling misunderstood, they might pull away even more, trying to use their intellect to solve problems that aren't logic puzzles. But life's biggest hurdles, navigating a career, leading a team, Building relationships are deeply human challenges. They require a completely different kind of intelligence. This is the secret failure. It's not always a dramatic flameout, but a failure to launch, a failure to connect, and a failure to find the fulfillment that should come with their abilities. They have the key to open any door, but haven't quite figured out how to walk through it and thrive in the room on the other side. So, if a high IQ isn't the whole story for a successful life, what is? The answer lies in its powerful counterpart, emotional intelligence, or EQ. Popularized by psychologist Daniel Goleman, emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, while also recognizing, understanding, and influencing the emotions of others. It's not about being overly emotional, it's about being smart with your emotions. While a high IQ is a significant predictor of life success in many areas like academic and job performance, EQ is critically important, especially when it comes to leadership and interpersonal effectiveness. The two aren't mutually exclusive. In fact, they're a powerful combination. The great news is that unlike IQ, which is relatively stable, emotional intelligence is a set of skills you can actually learn and develop. Let's break down what this superpower actually is, using Goleman's model. First is self-awareness. This is the absolute foundation of EQ. It's your ability to see your own emotional state clearly and understand how it's affecting your thoughts and actions. For the person stuck in analysis paralysis, self-awareness is the key. It's the ability to pause and realize, I'm not just analyzing anymore, I'm anxious about making a mistake. Recognizing that feeling gives you the power to manage it, instead of letting it control you. Next up is self-regulation. This is what you do with that awareness. It's about managing your emotions in a healthy way, controlling impulses, and rolling with the punches when things change. For the person terrified of failure, self-regulation is the power to feel that fear but act anyway. It's what stops a single setback from completely derailing your motivation. It's the discipline that turns bright ideas into real, consistent action. Then, you have the skills that face outward. The first is empathy. This is the core of every successful relationship, both in and out of the office. Empathy is the ability to genuinely understand and share what another person is feeling. For the brilliant person who hates small talk, empathy is the bridge. It's understanding that for many people, small talk isn't about exchanging data. It's about building a connection. Leaders with high empathy are better performers because they create teams that feel seen and engaged. Finally, all these skills come together in social skills and relationship management. This is where raw intelligence transforms into real influence. It's about communicating clearly, inspiring people, working well on a team, and handling conflicts without blowing things up. The smartest person in the room is ineffective if they can't share their ideas, build support, and collaborate. Leaders with high EQ create environments of trust where people feel safe and motivated to bring their best ideas to the table. Think about your own life, or the people you know. Does this pattern sound familiar? Have you seen a brilliant mind wrestling with these very human challenges? I'd love to hear about your own experiences in the comments below. Sharing our stories is one of the best ways we can learn from each other. And if this resonated with you, give this video a like and subscribe for more content that helps you build a more effective life. The story of the brilliant but struggling genius is a common one, but it doesn't have to be your reality. A high IQ is an incredible asset, but it's not an automatic ticket to success and happiness. The struggles of overthinking, perfectionism, and feeling disconnected aren't character flaws. They are often the unintended side effects of a mind that's wired differently. The answer isn't to dumb yourself down or ignore your intellect. It's to pair that intellect with another, equally powerful intelligence. The best part is that emotional intelligence is a skill that can be developed over a lifetime. By building self-awareness, you can master your inner world. By developing empathy, you can navigate the outer world with more skill and influence. When you combine a high IQ with a high EQ, you don't just become smarter, you become wiser. You become someone who can not only come up with brilliant ideas, but can also lead, inspire, and connect with people to make those ideas happen. You move from just having potential to living a truly successful and fulfilling life.